it's like it's devastating to re-see what you've already seen.
Right.
So just showing it, it's almost like reliving it almost all over again, you know?
It is. Um, it's really, really hard to deal with the trauma behind it. That's the thing. I feel like I'm the strongest person in the world, but this hits differently.
Yeah. And it's ongoing. It's like because you still have to go through the process of rebuilding, which could take a year or more. This is going to be like an ongoing situation for a very long time for a whole lot of people.
Right.
And that's just so tragic in itself.
It's just knowing personally what I'm going through, knowing what you're going through. There's so many facets of the story.
Yeah.
There's so many different scenarios, and it's all caused by one tragic event. It's amazing. Mm-hmm. The thing I think that gets me the most is the impact that it's had on people and how their lives changed in one night. Mm-hmm. People who were, what do I want to say, satisfied, who were in their forever homes.
Yeah.
Who
some people that had their homes paid off.
Exactly. Yeah. Who were stable, and you left with nothing, and then you have to figure it out. Like, it was almost like you woke up to a nightmare. I mean, because it was a nightmare, truth be told, but it's so hard to articulate when you had everything and now in one night you have nothing.
Yeah.
Maybe one pair of shoes, maybe one pair of panties, maybe not, depending on if you had them on.
Maybe 15 pairs of booty shorts.
Well, I mean, if anybody needs any booty shorts, I'm just saying we still have those. But it's just crazy. So now, next steps.
Well, you know, I've moved back home, and it's...
First of all, let's talk about what that was like.
First of all, I needed a U-Haul to move out the hotel. It's like when I was at the hotel, I'm like, I need... You need everything. Okay. You need everything.
So, you versus me. You need everything, and you could go get it.
Yeah.
I needed everything, and it was gone.
And it was gone.
And in my head, though, I still had it. Oh, let me go get...
You did that. You still do that.
Yes, I do. I did that today. I was helping somebody with some dresses, and I was like, oh, I have a dress like... No, I don't. Yeah. So...
Well, for the first part of the hotel visit, I couldn't because they still had the National Guards up. Right. So I had to get, like, everything.
Remember we tried to sneak in there?
We tried to...
So we tried to use our feminine prowess to walk over to her house to see the condition of her house. Ow, ow, ow.
I mean, he came out with his gun strapped on him and everything. Yeah. But then wait, remember when he took a picture?
Yeah, we said, oh, but can we take a picture of you? Oh, we have to find that picture.
We have to find the picture. He put on his glasses and took a pose. Like, I was like...
I've been here before. You have done this. But...
Yeah, so so in the beginning, it was like I had to replace everything just for that moment. And then when they finally did allow us to go back, that was difficult, actually being able to get up there and then re-see everything again.
Right.
And then I'm looking, and it's a good thing that my family saved the house because I don't know if I said this already because my mind don't be working like it used to. It's going to get there. It's going to get back one day.
It was
maybe.
A little.
But the house is like the house across the street, this side of the street and this side of the street, it was good. But you walk a little bit further out and it's not
at your corner.
Yeah, it's pretty devastating. So now going home, I try to find different routes. I know when you come out here, you got to see your house.
I drive by my house every time.
Yeah,
I have to make sure it's all right.
I avoid it. I avoid it. Like,
I go talk to my house. I say, I'll be back, baby.
I'll be trying to find a different way, and it's hard because it's here, but not there. It's in spurts or whatever. But I'm glad to be home, but it's still chaotic. It's still, my house still ain't together. I mean, they came and they did their remediation and all of that, but it was chaos.
Is the energy in the house the same?
Um,
Or does it feel like home yet, is what I should say?
I don't think for me it does and it doesn't. It does because I'm so glad to be home because I was so tired of that damn hotel. I mean, I was tired of it. So I was so glad to be able to be in my bed or whatever. But I mean, I don't know. It's just different because, like I told you the other day when we was talking, they need to fix your house first,
Right?
Because if you don't hurry up and come back home, it's gonna be a problem. Right. So, and I mean, I miss being in the hotel, just us being
because
right
every
there.
day
Yeah,
we were
every day we were right across
now
from
I'm
each
over
other.
there, so
it's
not as easy.
So things are they're different. They're really different. I can't say it doesn't feel like home because when I walked in, I'm like, fine, I'm finally home or whatever, but it's definitely different.
Okay, so my side of it, excuse me, would be I've only lived in 2 houses in my entire life.
And both of them are gone.
Right. And the other homes that were home to me were my sister's. So, or my grandmother who, my sister now has. And so all of that's gone. So there is no home.
Yeah.
And so that's very, very challenging. And then for everybody to try to put the pieces together. So now, whereas we were all at least like 5 minutes apart, we're all spread out in different cities. And so getting together is more difficult. My mom still seems to say, oh, you know what, can you come? I said, Mom,
I'm not right there. Yeah.
I'm not close. Now, fortunately, we were able to find a temporary home that is very suitable. Has
Which was stressful in itself.
Right. But it has a lot of the amenities that we, my husband and I, are accustomed to, and fortunately that the rest of the family can still enjoy. But
we should do a cribs and go to your house and see what your temporary house is looking like.
Y'all nosy.
We said we was bringing them along. Okay. They need to come along and see your home.
I will welcome you in because it has a couple things that my house didn't have, but my new house will have. So let's just say that. But it's not home.
Yeah.
It's not home. We're trying to make it comfortable, while we wait for our home to be
I know you'd be calling me like, my closet was bigger.
Yes, I'm like, my shower was bigger than this, right? Like, this is a beautiful house, but
it's always a but.
My shower was bigger. Oh, my room was bigger. So I'm looking forward to getting home and everybody else, so we can have some level of normalcy. However, I do know that the neighborhoods will look different.
Yeah.
The faces will be different. So I'm not looking forward to that. But this struggle and this challenge is the biggest one I've ever, had to deal with. And just to watch the neighborhood try to restore itself. I mean, it's exciting because you see a lot of movement now, but you also know that there's still a lot of people who are displaced and devastated. Today, I experienced that because I go to a lot of rallies and meetings, and I'm still trying to stay connected with the community, but I'm realizing people are sleeping in their cars. So the night of the fire, you are happy in your bed with everything you think you need, and now you are forced to sleep in your car.
That's so sad.
So
I know that they were having issues trying to find places for the ones that were housed down at the Civic Center.
Right.
And I was hearing that they were like, okay,
you have to go. We're closing.
Go. And
like,
I'm like,
what do you mean?
How does that happen?
Do you know they house people as far as Big Bear? So how do you function now? You're in Big Bear, but you live and work in Altadena or Pasadena. So it was out of desperation. They're like, we're going because we don't have anywhere else to go. So how does that work? It's just crazy. One night changed so many people's lives. People lost their businesses. Now I'm trying to find them like, hey, Did you find a new location? Because you were my go-to. I need my car. I need a tune-up.
I need the car guy.
Yes, I need an oil change, Mr. Sir, please. So, and they're devastated. So it's still very indescribable. I don't think I have really processed it because I can't.
Have you cried?
I have been sad. I don't think I've had a breakdown. Today, I've used some 4-letter words towards some people, but just, no, I don't think I'll allow myself to really feel it because that's a rabbit hole I don't want to go down.
Because then the depression kicks in.
Exactly, because when you think about it, my mom, all of my sisters, my house, your house, the neighbors' houses. So if you really sit there in it, it's not
all bad.
Yeah, it's not a good place. So I don't really want to do that. I just want to detach from it, which I've done for the most part. Like, those things are gone. Although I do have my moments like where I'm like, oh no.
Yeah.
That's gone too. And it's mostly the memories. You know, I don't really care about the clothes. I didn't wear those anyway. You know, I do miss my shoes, though. You see, my shoe game is kind of sad right now. But no, I have not. I have not cried. I think more so, too, I was more so worried about my mom and the impact it would have on her. And she did get sick.
Right.
And she's not in the best of health right now. So
I'm glad that she finally got situated.
Yeah. So that was a blessing in itself, getting her in there.
What kind of advice would you give the fam for those out there that, since you've actually experienced, like if they experience something such traumatic as this?
So detach. And I don't mean that in a bad way, or I don't mean that to sound robotic. What I mean is find a way to make your peace with the event that happened so that you can move forward, so that you don't sit in the moment of the trauma, in the moment of devastation, because some people have expressed to me that they can't come back to Altadena because it keeps replaying over and over and over in their head. Don't get stuck in that. So get some support. Find a way to release it. Find a way to just accept it, because it's like the grieving process. We've talked to you all about that before, the stages of grief. You have to find a way to accept it. Otherwise, you will get stuck in that. And then here we go with the depression, you know, all of those things that come along with that. So even though this is the worst experience that I've ever experienced in my entire life, like, I can't sit in that. I can't. I have to find the silver lining in it. I have to say, like, you know, humor is my therapy.
That's what I was going to say. I would suggest don't lose yourself. You got to, because I remember that a lot of the places that we were going, we were always, we're fire victims.
Yeah.
And they were like,
what's wrong with you guys? Didn't you just,
we was like, we gotta laugh,
tell me you lost everything and you're laughing? I was like, yes, but it's okay.
Yeah, you gotta laugh to keep from crying.
But you have to. You have to, because if you don't.
I remember one place we went, they started crying, remember?
Right. Right. And hugging, and oh my God,
was that at the hotel? Yes, it was at the hotel.
Oh my God, I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry. And I said, thank you for that, but we'll be okay.
Yeah.
So find something to hold on to. My thing was, I'm getting a new house.
Yeah.
And I get to have the things I want.
I remember I had to tell you, if I had to hear about this new house, and I'm going back to my house that's 1947, that was born in 1947, I'm going to hurt you if I got to hear about this new house one more time.
Listen, that was my way of getting over it, around it, you know, because that was just phase one.
Yeah.
You know, there's steps to it. And so it's going to happen over and over and over. So now the next phase is clearing all the debris. Oh, speaking of debris, I didn't bring it. I have to show them my coins.
Oh.
So I was at...
I remember when you thought about it, because you had forgot all about them.
Yes, so this is kind of funny. I had coins, and they were like silver dollars, Susan B. Anthony's, you know, all of those. And I had them in this something I had them in, this little piggy bank or something. And I forgot all about them till Mark says, "What about your coins?" I said, "Oh no, my dollars." So the best
need all my coins.
Yes. So the best part about it is we did find a lot of the coins. I've decided to, because I don't think they're worth anything. They're thin. If I go to somewhere, I'll be like, out. What is that? But I think I'm going to turn them into art. Yeah. And the better part of it was, one of the main things I wanted to find was my dad's Army dog tags. And shout out to Scientology. They helped me find them.
Right.
And so that was amazing. But the rest of it is just dirt and ash and metal. And I don't know what you're supposed to do with that. But I do know that.
You got your gate.
My gate is amazing. You want to see my gate? Because I have a video of my gate. Here it is. It's the only thing that works.
Right. I remember when we went to go see it and you were like, it works.
Like, how do you find pleasure in the small things? Yeah. Those things, I didn't care about that gate. We left it open most of the time, right? Now I'm like, look, open, close, open, close. So I don't think it's going to make it though, because, well, put it this way. If it makes it, they're going to have to refurbish it, because you can't put that gate in front of my new house. So I don't know.
Maybe they could polish it on up.
Yeah, they don't have to repaint it or do something, put some pretty on it. But I don't know. Next phase. So phase 1, they came and took all the hazardous materials. Right. Phase 2 is getting the debris removed. And like I said, that's going to come with its own set of trauma, because now you just have a lot.
Yeah.
And you're like, wow. But I would rather look at the empty lots than look at the debris, because to me, the debris connects you to that night. So clearing the lot connects you to the next phase, which is, building and restoration. So
did they say how long those processes would take?
No. Right now, we're in phase 2, so we're just waiting for them to come. And I think what they're doing, because so many people have opted into it, by the way, the county is taking care of removing all the debris, thankfully. But I think they're trying to do it by blocks, which makes sense, because before it was like clearing one lot here, one lot there, but now you can look on a map and you can see everybody who has been approved for removal. So I think they're just going to come down and just do the whole block, which would be nice.
I'm going to need them to start on yours.
Yeah, I'm going to need them to start on mine too, because I'm about ready. I got my hard hat.
Right.
I got my hammer. By the way, I had to buy a new hammer. So, I had tons of daddy's tools. Yeah. That's really sad. They're gone. But I'm ready. So you guys want to see us in the hard hats?
Yeah, so we would plan to bring you guys along. We don't want to just drag the fire out forever. No. But we do want to keep you abreast of what's going on in our life, and that is going to be part of our life. This is our life
right now. So.
But we will also still bring you some other content to make sure that it's a little diverse, because I don't want to fire it out.
Because I think I'm just about fired out. Yeah. Honestly.
I had got to that point too, and I was like, I don't want to tell this story again.
Right.
Because, people are asking,
Right. So I think that this is the explanation. This is what happened on that night. We'll show you some more pictures. And after that, we're going to close that chapter, and we're going to move on to the other things, and we'll invite you into the houses as we're cleaning up. We will show you the rebuild.
Yes.
We'll talk to maybe some of the people in the neighborhood as things are going on, some of the support systems. If anybody is going through this and you see it and you don't have the support that you need, please
reach out.
Reach out, because we do have access to a lot of resources and we would be more than happy to share with you. But we don't want to just put them out there, because that's not really the premise of the show.
Right.
But we would definitely share those with you directly. I know, as we said, some people are still unhoused. Some people are still looking for support. Some people are looking for legal support. We have that as well. So anything that you can think of, if you want to ask us about it. If we don't know, we'll do our best to find out.
And if you've experienced anything as traumatic as this and you just need to talk to us, we're here for that too, because I swear, like, you think that we're going through some things, but I met some people at the hotel who was going through some things too.
They were really going through some things.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wow, we're blessed.
Yeah.
Because we have a place to stay. We have resources. We're not financially strapped in that sense.
Well, I met this one lady who wasn't even impacted by the fire. She had been at the hotel for over a year.
Wow.
Because her house had flooded, and I guess the landlord was saying they were going to do it, then they didn't, and they said it was going to be ready. And I'm like, a year?
Right. Oh, you know what? Also, for people who are having problems with their insurance companies. So,
like
namely
me?
her, but it got resolved. Hello.
It's getting better. It's getting better.
You know, there's all those scenarios where people were renting, they didn't have insurance. Landlords are not being so favorable for those people who are forced to sell because they don't know what to do.
Right.
People who are older and seasoned who are on fixed income, whose homes were paid off. There's so many scenarios. So we invite you to have this conversation with us, which is why we're sharing,
Right.
so that we can be a resource and we can be an outlet. And so also that you know that if you're going through this, you're not alone. It's an entire community suffering. So even though you see us smiling, it's just who we are. But inside we are suffering. We experience a devastating loss, and we have to find a way through it, and we can do that together.
Absolutely. So thank you guys for joining, and it feels really good to be back here talking to you guys.
Does.
And I'm excited for whatever's next, for our
next steps.
our new normal.
Wait till I get my house, y'all.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, turn those post notifications on, and we'll see you next time.
Next time, people, with the next story, the next phase of it. And we're going to be on a happier note. So continue to pray for us. Continue to lift us up and support us. And we thank you. We thank you. We thank you.
Thank you for supporting us.
Bye for now.